Hi everyone, MuxQ here. It is currently the 24th of December, meaning it is Christmas Eve. Being tomorrow is Christmas. I don't really know what to say as much. Well, I have an idea of what I'm saying in this video. I just thought I'd do a little commentary video, just, for Christmas Eve, because I wanted to talk about how sort of just trash this year's been for me. And kind of explain, go into more detail of why I pretty much have disappeared for a whole year and have now finally returned. And it all really comes down to the simple fact of, at the beginning of the year, ironically, New Year's Eve, I sat there playing Fortnite, streaming it, saying, oh, I was going to stream more for this year. And that didn't happen, because the second day of the year, I literally did not post, and I then didn't post until about 8 months into the year, to which I wasn't happy at all with the content, and it kind of just made me feel even more crap, so I just didn't want to make even more content after that. It's a little bit hard to explain on that side, but I just really wasn't happy at the time. I've had just everything go wrong. Obviously, I'm still here. I've still got a house and everything. That's great. But I mean, health-wise, everything has gone wrong. Beginning of the year, I was dealing with COVID, which didn't go away until after a month into the year. So that was wonderful. I then was dealing with a lot of stress at work, because it was just being stressful back and forth. No surprise. And then further on into the year, I ended up having severe migraines, which then led to me going to A&E on on Easter, on the night just before Easter, going into Easter morning, with the possibility of having a stroke. Yeah, that was fun. I went literally to A&E on Easter because there was a possibility I was having a stroke, because I could not see and my sentences didn't make any sense. I couldn't make a simple sentence, and I had the situation of, your friend puts up his fingers and he goes, how many fingers can you see? I couldn't see any, because half of my sight was completely gone. So I was rushed to A&E, where I then sat for around 10 hours doing constant back and forth tests, and sat there sort of, I'm going to swear, shitting myself, thinking that there was the possibility that I'm having a severe stroke and this is gonna really fuck me up. And what was even worse is the fact of, I was less worried about the fact of me having a stroke and more worried about the fact that I was falling behind at work. So you can somewhat see where my priorities lie, where I was more concerned about my work and how many days I was gonna have off because of this than actually me dealing with this, which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing, and I definitely should have been more concerned about my health at that current moment in time. So I did all the tests and everything at A&E, and it was sort of said that it was a mini stroke, which isn't obviously a full stroke, and luckily, I've been able to retain most of my nerve sort of feeling, and I can, say sentences, but my brain's still a bit blah, which is why you'll occasionally, whenever you're talking to me or you hear me on my streams, sometimes I'll just try to say something and it'll just not make any sense, and that's because my brain is just, it's still a bit muffed, it's still a bit all over the place, but it's getting there. Or maybe it won't ever be the same, I'm not really sure, because also I've been having a lot of memory issues. So that's something else that's now started happening, where my memory's a bit lopsided. Like, I'm remembering a lot of old things, but I'm struggling with, like, short-term memory loss, which ain't great. But I'm living with it. But besides having, obviously, a mini-stroke, then on top of that, I ended up losing my vision anyway in my left eye. And what I mean by that is my vision started going cloudy, and I was constantly ill, and I thought, oh, maybe I've re-got COVID. Like, I was constantly having cold. Turns out, I'm also allergic to dust, because as a child, I was asthmatic. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how lucky I could be. So, I'm now on constant medication. Obviously, because after my my mini stroke and my migraines, I'm now on constant medication for those, for anxiety and all the other stuff and all the other crap. And I'm having to constantly take eye drops now, which is like regular eye drops and steroid eye drops and stuff for allergies, so I can try to deal with the fact that I'm allergic to dust. Yeah, I thought this whole time I wasn't really allergic to anything, but it turns out I've found out this year I'm allergic to more things than I actually realised. So, I am fighting a battle with dust, and I cannot win because it is dust. All I can do is try to keep everything clean, which is a fucking nightmare. So that's fun. And yeah, I've got a scar on my left eye. If you see any of my pictures, whenever I post them, if you look closely at my left eye, you'll be able to see a scar. That's going to be permanent, and that has impacted my vision. I've lost vision in that eye, and if I try to look through my left eye, it's a bit meh, like it's a bit blurry. I can still drive, that's great, at least for now. I don't know in the coming years if I'll still be able to drive, but, you know, that's fun. And then, on top of all that, I lost a family member who was very close to me and very dear to me, which, when that happened, it didn't really hit me, and in that moment I kind of was a bit confused, because again, the whole time I was sat there being like, oh, I'm still more concerned about work, and also I was telling myself, oh, this family member hasn't passed away, this is fine, because before the family member's passing, I was constantly in and out of the hospital, and I was taking time off work to go in and out of the hospital to see them, praying that they were going to get better, and sadly they haven't, or more so they didn't, and I wish I had spent more time instead of being concerned about work. And so that happened, and sadly they passed away, which is, it was a bit of the icing on the cake, icing on top of the cake, the phrase. And luckily, like, pretty much a week or two after that, that's when I went on a holiday with my friends, and that was nice. That was nice because God, it allowed me to sort of be away from that and kind of still not feel like it's really happened, but know it's happened, and sort of almost feel comforted. Because instead of sitting there and sort of grieving, I was more so just enjoying myself. I went somewhere I'd never been before, and it was fun. And that's really helped me, but wow, when I returned, it hit me like a truck. It hit me like a severe bad truck, and oh God, it's been a bad year. It's been a bad year, and I wanna just say, like, on a side note, a quick thank you to anyone who watched the video I made last month talking about Season of Plunder. Thank you a lot for watching that, because it was sort of my first main video coming back that I put quite a decent amount of effort into. Obviously, it's nothing amazing, but I'm just kind of working with what I've got. and I enjoyed doing it. And I'm going to be making more videos like that, or just doing more side videos or more commentary videos, because I want to talk about sort of, you know, I've got a lot of experiences that I can talk about and other stuff to talk about. And I just want to say again, thank you for anyone who's watching my content, or is someone who was watching me before I disappeared for a year and has now seen that I'm uploading again, is watching the content again. Thank you as well. Because it means a lot, because I don't know at this point what to expect next, because I'm really hoping that, like, we can make next year be a good year. I'm generally really hoping it can be a good year, because wow, I don't think anything could be as bad as this year, but I don't know. For anyone who, you know, is concerned about me, I am having surgery at some point next year for my eye to stop it sort of getting any worse. And my mental health is in an alright state. I'm dealing with stuff how I deal with stuff. So don't worry about me. But that's all I wanted to say. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll be streaming throughout the Christmas and New Year. And that's all. Thanks. I'll see you next time.